Vibe, what a vibe. Welcome to Tash Talks Live Show. Welcome to Tash Talks Live Show. Oh my goodness, what a tune. If you haven't heard that song, here's Kygo, Higher Love, featuring the one and only Whitney freaking Houston. Oh my goodness, I'm actually out of breath. Oh my goodness. Okay, so give me a hello in the chat box so I can see who is jumping on live. And of course, if you're watching us on the replay, do hashtag replay. I love to see what souls are engaging, watching, moving themselves in their business. Like that is what I die for, what I live for. This is what it's about. So let me get it up while I catch my breath. Also was listening to that song just before I went live. It's Friday again. It's Saturday, Sunday. What? It's Friday again. Right. Music to me is everything. It's my energy. It's my fuel. It's my fire. When I'm feeling a bit meh, I go to, it's my go-to place is music. Money, I was going to say music. It just sets like, I just can't be in a bad mood when I listen to music. And I feel like when we're doing things that are filling up our cup. So last night I tapped into my inner child, what I teach in my conscious coach program, are really about doing things that your younger child would do. And I went to my incredible best friend's dance class, Hell's Bells. So if you're in and around the Surrey area on a Thursday night, she does ladies' nights. It's incredible. So you've got to check her out. It's at Hell's Bells Dance over on Instagram. And we just let out our inner child. We really did. We done it to Barbie, and it was just so cool, so fun. And it's really interesting because this week has not been a good week when it comes to sleep. Santiago has just decided to become a newborn again. Santi used to sleep 7 till 7. Okay, he was that child, not as a baby. No. I mean, like when I think we got to around 8 months, he started sleeping 7 to 7, and he's now nearly 3. So like we won the lottery with that, absolutely. And then when we got back from Spain, it was like we had another child and we just didn't know about it. He wanted the light on. That went from wanting the light on to wanting me to sleep right next to him, to wanting me to hold his hand for the whole night. Like I can't tell you how many nights I've spent on the floor in his nursery. I'm really lucky it's very comfy carpet, but it's freezing, okay? And it's not comfortable. And I have degenerative disc disease, and it's not a thing that I need to be doing is laying on but we move, we do it. My point is this. It got to the point where we were like, me and Michael were like, what are we actually going to do? Because like, this isn't getting any better. And I'm all for like positive mental attitude. And I'm all for putting it out there to the universe and getting it back. But this shit wasn't changing. So something needed to change in the 3D realm. So we hired a sleep specialist. I'm all about this. Okay. If I don't know the answer to something, I'm hiring someone to help me with the answer. If I can't do something, or if I can, but I choose not to, or I want to hire somebody that's so much more qualified at doing that, then I will absolutely pay for them to do that. I'm all into hiring for help, right? And we started on Monday, and it's been a hell of a week. It's been a hell of a week. Now, easily, my subconscious mind wanted to don't go to dance class tonight. Your back's really sore, you're tired, like just literally have a bath and chill. And I was like, yeah, that's the easy route, but I'm not about ease. And I'm about, is it possible to do? Absolutely. Did I have to move a few things around? Yes. And with my husband going away, and I want to spend some time with him, so we had an early dinner, blah, 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 blah. So was it possible to do? Yes. Would it feel good to have done? Absolutely. I am buzzing. I got in at midnight. Santiago was up once, so we've got some progress. Once last night, I probably slept about 2 hours on the floor. Woke up at 5 o'clock alarm. Okay. And I'm not sharing this to be a martyr. Like I'm not going, oh, you don't need to you sacrifice sleep to be so successful. No, that's a load of bullshit that I don't believe in. I'm just telling you the realness of it. The point is this. It isn't this is what I believe. It isn't the sleep that gives me this energy. Okay. I create energy. Like we don't we don't, like, we got to decide we want more, we want to do more. So you can decide to stay in there, oh my God, it's so hard and it's so tiresome and I don't know what to do and I'm so helpless. Or you decide to go, we move, I'm going to hire help. She said it's going to be really hard to start with. We've got to move with this, go through it. And I'm also going to do the things that I know are going to fill my cup up. Do you think I'd be this energetic if I didn't go to the dance class last night? Or if I didn't do my morning routine or work out this morning? No, I wouldn't. I'd be lethargic Lucy. That's what I would be, lethargic Lucy. So have a look and think about the things that you are doing in your life and in your business that are pushing you. So for example, I'm not about hustle through it. I don't believe in that. I don't believe that you should have to push something, okay? What I believe is you can ask yourself very smart questions to get very smart answers, which make you move in a very smart way. Very, very different, okay? And think about, if you're not moving in the direction in your business that you want it to go, have a hard look at yourself and go, okay, what needs to change? Because sitting out there, meditating for longer, journaling for longer, and just telling yourself, I'm just going to hustle my way through it. I'm just going to not sleep tonight. And I'm just going to get this sales page done. I'm just going to sell, isn't what's going to create the results that you desire. I promise you, it's not. It's going to create burnout. It's going to create, you're going to feel deflated. You're going to feel depleted. You're going to be coming from a pushing masculine energy. What if you were to actually tap out of the masculine energy, tap into the feminine energy, and actually understand how you can use them as your superpower, so that you can actually create more results, create more impact, attract and magnetize clients to you, even if you have only had a couple of hours sleep. Even if you have had shit going on in your day to day, even if something's happening in your personal life, even if your business isn't going in the direction that you want it to go in, that's okay. We can change this. Like, don't sit where you are and go, okay, this isn't where I want to be, but I'm just going to sit here anyway because it's easy. It's our comfort zone. That's not where the results are. Like, you know, I don't need to say this to you, but you know that staying in your comfort zone is not going to get you to desired results. It's not. Okay. And I know you know that. You're in my world for a reason. Okay. So in other news, I freaking love Fridays. I'm obviously here, got my Tash Talks live show, which I'm really excited about. Also, Tash Talks podcast it goes live every Friday. And in this week's episode is a success story. And it's from one of my powerhouse clients, Laura Hardy, which it's just incredible. And I love the fact how raw and real she is. And she shares about how she felt stuck in her business. And she felt it wasn't safe to show up in her business as herself because of years of conditioning, and to some things, she goes into in the podcast. It led her to believing a certain way. She had very deep ingrained patterns and blocks of beliefs that she had that were stopping her from showing up in her business. And guess what? We know if we're not showing up in our business, we run personal brands. Okay. It's very, very different when you're running something and it's got a huge reputation. It's got a huge brand, a huge following. Like, do you need to show up every single day? No, probably not. But when you're a personal brand, you absolutely do. And when I say show up, I mean, you don't actually physically have to be on Insta stories every single day, but you can position yourself so that you are. Okay. It's all about working smart, strategically, more smarter. I work 3 days a week and I have the same impact that I did when I was working 5 days a week. And that's not because I'm hustling myself. And do I look like, apart from the fact I haven't really slept this week, but do I look and feel and vibe like somebody that's hustling? Do I look and vibe and feel like somebody that is slogging along and like, oh my God, I've got to show up and I've got to be on screen. I've got to be absolutely not. Right. So I hope that this is inspiration and guidance of showing you that there's other ways to do business. You don't have to do it in a way because you think that's the only way to be successful. What if you could run a business that actually feels good? And the 3 pillars that I work with my clients, controversial or not, these are the 3 things I work on: your subconscious mind, then we go on to your social media and your selling, and then the third S is your systems and your structure. Okay, I'm all for that. I'm all about soul strategy, removing the blocks that you've currently got in your thought processes at the moment, to actually reconditioning, rewiring them with new commands so that you are thinking and feeling and acting a very different person, a very different version of yourself. Then you've got to be able to master social media. You've got to be able to know how to show up in your business, how to post. You need to know how to, and we use this. I teach this in my like foundation programs. When you're just starting your business, I've got a course, Build Your Online Business. It's 12 weeks and it goes for everything. And I talk about nail your niche. Okay. Now I still do this with my one-on-one clients and with my clients that do the VIP option Conscious Coach, for example, because you get 3 months working with me. Why? If you're thinking, well, Tash, I've already nailed my niche when I first started. This is on a whole different level, because even now I've been doing this 6 years. I'm always nailing my niche. I'm always listening, working, tweaking, vibing, feeling. I'm running my whole business on feedback. Why? Because that is how I master my messaging even more, so that it is not generic, it's not vague, it's not speaking to everybody. Okay, because I'm the coach that doesn't help everybody. I'm not that coach that helps everybody with everything, and nor should you be. As you grow, as your business expands, can you do more? For sure. Tony Robbins is a great example. Gary Vee is a great example. I had someone else to mind there. Who was it? Anyway, it will come. They're great examples of when they first started, they had a real tight niche, and as they've grown, now they help, especially someone like Tony Robbins, helps numerous people doing numerous different things. Okay. But they are now their messaging. They know who they're speaking to. And I am so clear and connected to my ideal client that because I've had quite a few DMs about potential dreamy clients coming to join Conscious Coach, right? From the masterclass that I put out there this week. So if you haven't watched that, send me a DM. I'll send you the replay link. Subconsciously shifting to 6 figures and beyond. And thank you so much, guys. Like I just love your DMs, that you've loved it so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. And I'm glad it was so potent for you. Of dreamy ideal clients coming into my world, wanting to work with me. Okay. And I get so excited because I'm like, I can see the power of what Conscious Coach is going to be able to help them do. I can see the power of one of the girls are potentially coming to work one-on-one with me. And I look at her business. We've been speaking through DMs, that voice notes, and I'm like, oh my God, I just, when you get excited, when you're like, oh, I just know where you could go with your business with this. I've been doing this a long time. I'm all about feeling vibes. And I just get, you just know you're an energetic match for someone. So if you're in my DMs right now, it's yous that I'm talking about. If you're not in my DMs right now about Conscious Coach or working with me one-on-one, get into my DMs. Like, let's stop playing. We have got until the end of this year to finish this year incredible. I don't care how you started this year. I don't care that you had big dreams and goals and aspirations, and we have now got to September and you haven't achieved it. You can bug yourself down and berate yourself for the next couple of months, for the end of this Q4 now, of how you haven't achieved it. It's been this and been this, or you go, just watch me. I'm going all. This is going to be freaking epic. And I do this to myself. Like, I look at what I've achieved so far in the year and I'm like, well done. And then I'm like, okay, how can we rev this up even more? How can I have more fun, more pleasure in my business? What would excite me right now? Like, I had a team meeting this morning. We're thinking about what we're going to do for Black Friday. I'm doing something I've never done before. Like, because it excites me. I'm like, oh my goodness, this excites me. That's why I run my business. If it was all about the money, it would be boring as freaking hell. It would be like, oh, someone just paid me. Okay, great. Like, it's all about having neutrality. It's all about neutrality of money. And what I want you to think about, just actually looping back, because I've gone on a massive tangent here, but we move. What I want you to think about is, what blocks do you have right now that are stopping you? Because if you haven't spent enough time with me right now, I'll just let you know, it's your subconscious blocks that's stopping you, right? It absolutely freaking is. Why? Because, and this is why I'm so passionate, because you get a lot of people saying, oh yeah, it's mindset's really fluffy and you just need the right strategy. Yeah. But the right strategy with an average mindset isn't what's going to get you to your desired goals. 6 figures, multi-six. It isn't. Like, I will just say that until I'm black and blue in the face. How do I know this? Because I've been there. I'm living proof. I've been doing this 6 years. I've been helping hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of clients go through this exact thing. If there was just a cookie cutter, here's a success strategy that will 1,000,000% work, everybody would be billionaires. Everybody would, but it's because it doesn't come down to that. Is strategy important? Absolutely. It's why I teach it with my clients. Of course it's important, but it's the third thing that I work on. Well, actually second, and then go on to third. The first thing is the subconscious mind. And I'm not just talking about like when I talk about subconscious mind, it's the boss of the show. Okay. We know it's the Beyonce of the girl band. And if you don't understand how your subconscious mind works, if you don't understand how to rewire it, then you're going to continuously stay in this lack loop. You're just going to continue to go round and round and round. And what happens in life is it gives you examples of what you're looking for. So if I think back, when I go back to stage school, I got told every single day I was big, I was fat, I was much larger than the other girls, like every single day. Okay. And I was pretty strong and pretty resilient to be able to like deal with that. But it obviously had a knock-on effect with me. Of course, I'm human. Like, of course it had a knock-on effect with me. So when I think about confidence, for example, and when we talk about conditioning, when we go back to those stories, those memories of a child, of those things that will come up for you, and your brain will be able to go, oh, do you remember this? And do you remember when your ex-boyfriend called you this? And do you remember when you went to school and you never got picked for this? And you thought it was because of this, but really it was because your thighs were big, or you got called chunky thighs. And then, so you had all of this conditioning, and then we're going to stage school hearing this. Then you might have seen your ex-boyfriend's ex-girlfriend who was not the size you are, and then you're like, oh my goodness, like, why is he with me? Because I'm this size and this girl was this size. Then there's the magazines that got on board. And I remember me and my best friend at the time, every Tuesday, OK, the bumper pack used to come out. So we used to get the OK, the new, I think it just came with 2 at the time. Now it's, I don't know what it's got now, but it's a lot more. But at the time it was 2, and it was like £2.50. So it was a lot. So I used to buy it, and then I would then pass them on to her afterwards. And, you know, it had stories and pictures of Britney Spears, who was a size 8, and they were calling her overweight. They were calling her, she's packed on the piles. Look, she's on holiday. I mean, you know, whatever way and position, like you could take a photo now and you look amazing, and then you could take another angle and you don't look amazing. And these paps, of course, would get the one who didn't look amazing. And then they would imprint that onto us. And as in, you know, young, vulnerable, aspiring, what would you have called us? Young adults, we would then put a marker of confidence on ourselves because of all of this conditioning. So then, of course, that had a knock-on effect when I then become single after an 8-year relationship and a 2-year relationship. I was like, what the actual, like, wow, like, oh my goodness. So there was that. Then there was, it came into my confidence in modeling. Like every single day when I was modeling, I'm looking at my body. I'm getting told I'm plus. I was measured every couple of weeks, depending on the brand, sometimes every 2 weeks, sometimes every week, like measured in centimeters. And it would, majority of the time, be plus. And then I'd be like, go to Girls Night, and I'd be like, oh gosh, I'm plus again. They're like, well, it's only 1 centimeter. I'm like, I know, but in fashion, that's huge. So there was a lot of constant reminders of I wasn't this size, and I wasn't big. I was bigger, pluser, larger, you know, fuller, curvier, like all of this, like just constant conditioning. So of course it's going to have a knock-on effect. Starting my business, like it doesn't matter even if it's weight related. It's not even about, oh, I won't wear this online because of this. It could absolutely influence that, but it also comes and influences you as a person, how you're able to be unapologetic. Like the badass speaking to you in front of you right now is a very different person to that vulnerable Natasha before. And yes, I had confidence, and yes, I probably faked a lot more confidence than what I actually truly had, that deep down confidence. I know I'm confident now when I can show up online, scuffed up, no makeup, and it's not the, you know, I don't do airbrushing or anything like that. I know I'm confident in who I am and what I say. But also I think it comes with that you guys, you're not on here listening to Tash Talks live show to think, oh, I wonder what Tash is wearing today. Oh, I wonder what her makeup is or her hair. That you're here for my energy, my vibe. You're here for what I've got to say. You're here for my experience. You're here to be inspired and motivated. Like, you know, you're not here for fashion talks. Okay. Wrong channel. Even though I'm loving my jumper today, you are enough. Yes. And sorry, this is just so freaking epic. This was a gift, by the way. Look at this. I don't know if you can read it. This might be upside down. But it says, dear person behind me, the world is a better place with you in it. Love the person in front of you. I mean, hello. I know, right? It's just, I just wear energy. I just wear vibes. So the point is this. You can't fake confidence, okay? People can feel it. You know, if you're coming online, like, hi, I'm Natasha Clark, and I'm doing this, and today I'm doing that, and it's like, oh no, like you just feel that energy, don't you? Like, no, you can feel when someone's being sincere, you can feel when someone's being real, when they're saying something, they're not just selling you something because of the sake of selling you it. Like, we know the difference, okay? We absolutely know the difference. So I think it's really important. And this is why this work of the inner work and why Teaching Conscious Coach is so needed and crucial, that this isn't just about learning the step-by-step strategy to make six figures. Like, this isn't what this is about. You know, running your own business, building your own brand is the biggest freaking self-development journey you will ever go on in your life, like ever go on in your life. So you have got to do the work on yourself, because not even just like, I don't want to say the industry and the world, but I want to say your mind will you up if you don't. Your mind monkeys will take over. You will berate yourself, and you will stop yourself from climbing that incredible mountain that's in front of you. And more importantly, enjoying every flower, every scent, every moment up that journey, because you're just so focused on the top and you've just got to hustle to get up there. And you're not actually even enjoying the growth to actually get you there. Okay. And the one thing that really hit me with Laura's story in the podcast was, because of her condition, she didn't feel it was safe to show up. And now she's an absolute powerhouse. And I remember someone actually sent me a DM. I think we actually spoke about this in the podcast. Someone actually sent me a DM saying, oh my goodness, like, I followed Laura before she started working with you. And wow, like she said, just wow, the transformation, the improvement in Laura is just, it's visible. And that's somebody on her social media that's noticed that. And not just her content's more potent, but it's her energy, her vibe. Because what we worked on in Conscious Coach, there is no strategy. We don't work on business strategy. We work on you. We work your subconscious mind. We work with your inner child, your ego. We work with these blocks of beliefs that are keeping you stuck. That's what we work on. So we work on that for you to become the most unapologetic, freaking baddest version of yourself. Because you're a baddie. Like, you are a freaking baddie. End of. That's what I want you to know. I want you to know. Sorry, that was my doorbell. So I was just like, oh, I wonder who that is. So before we round off, just bear with me one moment. So it's really about the work that you do on your freaking self, which is so important, isn't it? It's just so important. And I see it as this. Before we round it off, I just want to see it as this. I want to see it as like a glass ceiling that you have on top of you. And that glass ceiling you want to break through. You can look up and you can see all the things that you design, that you want to get your business to, and the money you want to be making, the clients you want to be serving, how you want to be thinking and feeling, all of this. But it's here. And you're like trying to get up, and you're like, I'm thinking positive thoughts. Why isn't it happening? I'm manifesting. Why isn't it happening? I'm hustling like a mofo. Why isn't it happening? And what you actually want to do is break through it. Break through that glass ceiling of confidence, the glass ceiling of money, the glass ceiling of clients, the glass ceiling of the support, the glass ceiling of success. Like, it's all there and open and available for you. You just got to freaking go for it. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Now, today is the last day, ends tonight at midnight, of the early bird for Conscious Coach. The first piece of content drops next week, and then the live calls start the week after that. This will be the most incredible 6 weeks of your life. And near enough, the only reason I say near enough, because I haven't done recordings with everyone that has been in Free Conscious Coach, but every single one of them that I have done recordings with have said it's been the best investment and it's been worth every single penny. One of the clients actually said, I actually feel neutral. Like, I actually feel neutral. And I used to feel so uptight about money. I used to feel so, oh my goodness, I can't spend that. I can't do this. And now I feel so neutral with it. It was the best investment ever that I actually can feel so neutral about money. Like, this is just a common theme with so many of the girls that go through Conscious Coach, that they now look at their online banking account, whatever the number is, 10K, 20K, whatever the 5K, 2K, whatever. They feel neutral at looking at it. And I'm like, this is how we run businesses. This is how we run it the badass way. That's it. So what you have got to do is send me a DM with the word coach. Tell me you're interested in the details of Conscious Coach. There's two options. You've got the standard package and you've got the VIP option, which gives you one-on-one coaching with me. There's payment plans for both. That's it. I'll leave it over to you. My loves, I've absolutely loved spending today with you. I can't wait for the same time, same place next week. Remember, you are a freaking badass. Bye-bye.